Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Qasid Online. Again, my name is Ayub Palmer, and I'm an Arabic instructor for Qasid Arabic Institute. This is the third video in our letters series on the Arabic letters, and we will be learning today about the tha and the alif hamza. You can take out your writing worksheet and follow along with this video if you wish. And for those who don't have the worksheets that accompany this video series, please fill out the form at the end of the video, and Qasid will have them sent to you. So we have four main objectives in this lesson, and the first objective here is to pronounce the letters tha and alif hamza correctly. And the second of our objectives is to recognize the tha and the alif hamza when we see them in a word. And the third objective is to write these two letters in their different forms. And remember, we have, again, 4 positions for each letter of the Arabic alphabet, but some of the letters have all 4 positions and some have 2, as we had seen with the alif and the waw, and it's no different for the alif hamza. So the tha, like the ba and the ta we discussed before, has all 4 forms of the 4 positions. Now the alif hamza, on the other hand, has only 2, and we'll see how that plays out. The fourth objective here is to pronounce and write the letters alif hamza and tha in an Arabic word. And the Arabic word that we have for today is athath. Athath. And I'm going to write it like this. Athath. And we will see how the tha and the alif hamza are written in all of their different forms and in a word. So let's move on. Okay, here we have the tha, and we're going to write here tha. And we have here, I'm going to write it on the side here, alif hamza. Okay. Now, the tha is like the th in English. The th. As in the th in thing. Thing. Okay, it's that tha sound, and the tha is actually not too difficult because we have a sound in English that corresponds to it, which is this th. Now the alif hamza, and we're going to move over here to the alif hamza. The alif hamza is called, and there's this, it's a maybe a term that you haven't heard before, but it's called the glottal stop. Now, what is that? Glottal stop. Sounds far out. Well, actually, it's not that hard. The glottal stop is a sound that is not produced in the throat or in the vocal cords. It's produced deep down in the diaphragm. So it's pronounced like this. For example, if someone said uh-oh like this, if we said uh-oh, that sound is the glottal stop. Uh-oh, that sound is the glottal stop. And so we will be showing how you write the glottal stop or the hamza with the alif. Now it's important to notice here that there are 2 components to this alif hamza. There's the hamza component and there's the alif component. Now the alif is just along for the ride. Actually, we call this alif here a seat for the hamza, because the hamza can have more than one kind of seat, and we'll see that later in the following lessons on these letters. So it's actually here, this letter is actually a hamza, but it's sitting on an alif. Let's move on. So where are these letters that we're learning in the grand scheme of things? Well, we have the alif hamza here, and we have the tha right here. And so we're going to write these now in their four different forms. Okay. So the alif hamza here, it has two forms. Okay, out of the four positions, and it looks like this. An alif, and then we just write the hamza on top, that squiggly line on top. And this is positions 1 and 2, independent and initial positions. And then we have the other form here is connecting and comes up and looks like that. And it's the third, the medial, and the fourth final positions. Now, the tha here has four forms. Excuse me. For the four positions, and they look like this, just like the ba and the ta that we discussed previously, but there are 3 dots instead of 2 dots above for the ta and 1 dot below for the ba. So there are 3 dots on top, and here we have that's independent position, which is number 1, and number 2 we have the initial position, which looks like this with 3 dots. And number 3, we have the medial position, which looks like this. And number 4, we have the final position, which looks like this. Okay, so let's write these on our lines in the next slide. Just gonna switch here to yellow. Make it easy to see. So here we have the alif hamza, and the alif hamza in the independent and the initial positions looks like this. We just put an alif here and then put a hamza on top. That's how it sounds. We put the alif here with a hamza on top. Again, is the sound, and we write it one more time like this. Alif with a hamza on top. Okay, that's not too hard. Now we're going to look at it in the third and the fourth positions, medial and final positions. Here, in these positions, we connect from a previous letter, and then we come up, we write our hamza, just like the alif, but with a hamza on top. So we connect, come up, the hamza. One more time, connect, come up, put our hamza on top. So that's the alif hamza. Now let's look at the tha. The tha, okay? Let's write the tha now in the independent position. So it's gonna sit on the line, just like the ba and the ta, but with 3 dots on top in a triangular shape. Here we're gonna write it again. Tha. Okay, and one more time, sitting on the line here. The tha. Okay, let's move on. Now we're going to look at the tha again. This is the tha in the initial position. That's here. It's going to, in other words, it's going to look like this with 3 dots. One more time. like this with 3 dots. And you see it's connecting. It's ready to connect to a letter that comes after it. Looks like this, and it has 3 dots. Great. Now let's do the third medial position, okay, for the tha. And here it's going to connect from a previous letter, come up, and then connect again. And then we put our 3 dots. Again, connect, come up, connect again, and put our 3 dots. There we go. Let's look at the final position, number 4. Here we connect and put our tha like that. Let's do it again. Connect. And then do our tha. And one last time. Connect. Sorry, it looks a little squiggly there. And put our tha. Great. So now let's review, or actually connect these letters. Okay? So we have here, and let me change the color so we can see better. Okay, so we have the alif, excuse me, alif, hamza, and it looks like this, and it looks like this. Okay, and this is positions 1 and 2, and this is positions 3 and 4. Okay, and now we have the tha, which it looks like this for position 1. Independent position, it looks like this. For the initial position, looks like this. For the medial position, and it looks like this for the final position. Now, we want to write the word athath. Athath, meaning furniture. So we notice here that you hear that athath. Okay, that sound is actually the alif hamza. So we have to write that first. Alif hamza. Now, our next letter is going to be, listen carefully again to the word, athath. You hear that tha in the second letter, athath. Okay, so that's going to be a tha. But remember here, the alif hamza cannot connect to what comes after it. So we have to put a tha in the initial position. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Again, this one is this, and this one is that. Okay. Now you hear again, if we pronounce this word athath, you hear that sound in the third letter. Athath. That is an alif, and you learned the long vowel alif before. Okay. But this alif, you see, the tha here can connect here. So we have to connect with the medial alif that connects. So that's an alif, long vowel alif. And finally, we have the tha, because the last letter in this word is athath. You hear the tha at the end, the last letter, athath. Okay, so that is going to be an independent tha. Okay, because why? Why won't it connect here? Because this alif here, remember, doesn't connect to what comes after it. So the tha can't connect here, but it's still going to be part of the word. Okay, so when we write this all together, it's going to look like this: alif hamza, tha alif, tha. Athath. There you go. And athath means, here we're going to write this here in transliteration, and it means furniture. Okay, let's write this couple of times. I'm going to change to yellow here. So here we have the word athaf. Okay, so I'm going to write my alif hamza, tha, 3 dots, and tha again. Athath. Good. One more time. Alif hamza, 3 dots for the tha, and again another tha. Athath. And finally, one last time. With 3 dots for the tha. And 3 dots again. Athath. Well, there you go. Let's move to our summary slide here and recap. Just going to change this back here to red. So the letter tha, we have here the letter tha in Arabic is like the th in the English word, as in the word thing. Tha, as in thing. And the alif, and so that's not too hard. Now the alif hamza is not a vowel, but a consonant, and it's called the glottal stop. I know that's kind of a complicated word there, but basically it's the same type of letter that comes at the beginning of the phrase, like if you said uh-oh, for example, like uh-oh. Now that here, that oh, this would be what we would call the glottal stop. Okay? The letter tha, it connects to letters that come before it and after it. So the letter tha, for example, in the medial position would look like this. And see, it can connect to what comes before and after it. However, and here we're down at the bottom here, the alif hamza in the medial position, it can connect here, but it cannot connect to what comes after it. So that's the difference. Okay, and now we have our homework slide. So please download the writing worksheet and practice writing these letters, tha and alif hamza. And also download the your pronunciation and reading sheet and upload your audio file to the course website. And if you don't have these worksheets, and to get our entire set of letters worksheets that go along with these video tutorials, please see the instructions at the end of this video or in the text blurb below. طيب, we'll see you back here again for our next letter. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.